Welcome everybody. Hello, 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 and welcome to my I know it's my Instagram. Usually on Instagram I usually have a 7:30 in the morning where I go for a walk, but my routine has totally changed this week because my husband is working 12-hour days, and so I'm not out. I'm not out in my park. I'm not going for my walk. So my Instagram lives are at the same time as my YouTube and Facebook lives. So coming into you. So hello, 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 everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Grab your coffee. Sit down. Have a chat. We got some real interesting energy as usual. We always have interesting energy. We're building up for a with the moon in Aquarius. There's a building up. There's a building up of some serious energy. It's intense. There's an intensity that's coming in, and it's an intensity of passion, and this passion is coming forward. And it's brewing. So we're feeling this. I got like this big cauldron coming in, and it's all gurgle, and it's like you're making this beautiful pot, and it's just like all of the smells and the aromas are going out, and you're just like, oh, this smells so delectable, it smells so yummy, and I feel so good about it. And you're just, it's all of this really juicy yumminess that's coming in, but it's intense. You can feel that intensity. Many people haven't been sleeping at night. I know that with that, Mars is he's kind of close to Mr. L up there. And so there's an intensity that's in the air. There's this it's like a little electricity that's going out through all of this, and there's a lot that's coming up, and it's brewing, and it's getting intense, but it's a good brew. It's a good brew. That's the thing. There's a good brew that's coming. There's a good passion that's coming, and within this good passion and this brew that is simmering together, it's creating something very intense for us all, very new for us. And I feel like, especially today where Venus is, and Venus is coming in, she's getting really far away from the sun. So you know that she's slowing down, and she's also will be heading in, when she gets into Capricorn. It's that real slowing down because she goes retrograde at 26 degrees in Capricorn on top of Pluto in December. And so we're all of this energy, and it's like we're feeling all of these intensities. Our heart chakra puts out energies way ahead of us, like hugely. There's a Heart Institute in California that does and puts EMFs and everything onto, like, how far does the heart vibrate out. And that's why for many people, when the intensity, like, they're feeling it way before it happens. They're feeling the anxiety and the emotions and all of the animosities and craziness. They feel it all before it actually happens. And so it kind of, and then it goes through their body. And sometimes, especially when things snap differently in your brain, then it triggers something. There's a trigger that goes off within someone. So a lot of triggers are going off with many people, and it's putting them into a fright and flight phase, very, I don't know what to do. Like, I gotta go. This kind of like real high, not a high energy, but it is an energy that sort of freezes you, that gets you where you don't move into the flow, into that energy of bringing an ease and a grace. And today it's like this information coming in. So there's this information that's coming in for us, and it's like almost like, yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, how can we do this? So it's a gathering of groups. It's a gathering of people. it's, when Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, that's the one that came to my mind. So, it's like, oh my God, my child has been killed by a drunk driver. What can we do? And formed a group. So this is very Aquarius, and my throat all of a sudden just got like I could feel it. Excuse me, I can feel that intensity with my throat coming in on energies that are coming forward, and these energies that are coming forward are saying, oh, okay, there's a group over here that I need to participate. I didn't know it was there, or I need to form a group that I didn't know I needed to form. So this is of a relationships, of creating relationships, and relationships you might not even have suspected or even thought of. And because of circumstances that have happened to you, now you're thinking of, okay, let me create something here. And my mind keeps going on for myself is meditation and creating groups of something, because I do a morning meditation. I have a group of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful women that we come together in the morning, and if they're not able to come, they get the recording, and there's always a message that comes through in the morning for them specifically, and then we do the meditation. I think it's very important for us to gather in some way, even if it's in person. Like, that's the other part I'm getting, is that people are wanting to gather, it's that tribal energy that I feel coming in. So very tribal, in a tribal way of wanting to connect with like-minded people, wanting to learn or inquire from others. And this is where I feel a lot of this energy that's coming in. Now, with that, it's a new growth. This is this Pele's mother, and I can't remember her name, but her energy of like, she births children all through her body. Babies come out all from her, and anywhere that she drops, there's this new sprout, new growth. And this is the energy that I'm really feeling intensely. It's this new growth, new bounty, new alignment, new way that is coming forward. And this is a resurgent, this is a surgent that is coming forward, that is getting us to begin to make things real. And this is even where people, others, are coming forward and speaking out, or groups are gathering that are coming to the forefront that wouldn't have normally come to the forefront, and that are speaking out about their transgressions or their inequalities that are coming through, but in a way, but the way that they're coming together is not to come together by victimization or wanting to make others. It's like it's an awareness that's coming in, and this awareness, and as soon as I say that awareness, I got this beautiful yellow flow, this yellow light coming in. So this beautiful energy is like wanting to bring in this awareness for people, so that they are able to say, hey, I'm not alone, I'm okay, things are going to get better, things are going to be okay, we're going to do well, we're going to be okay. We're going to get through this, whatever this is. This is a place of coming to you with breath and renewal of life. And coming with this breath and renewal of life is a letting go of a lot that's pulling you and tearing you in different directions all over the place. This is where this energy is coming in to say, you know what, we need, if there is no fire, if there is no ignition here, why are you staying in this energy? Why are you here? if you are not being ignited, if you are not being allowed to express oneself in a loving way. And the thing is that it's in a loving way. This is the whole message. It's like, it's got to be in a loving way. If it's not in a loving way, if it's like, ooh, look what you did to me, and blah, 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 and if it's like that, then it's like it gets murky, it gets muddy, and I get like this marbling crazy effect coming in that brings in the separation. But this is coming to a place of understanding and awareness and love that breathes new breath in, new life in. Now, for many, and this morning we were talking about it this morning for the morning meditation, and because there's so many lights being lit up within inside ourselves, and bing, 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 all of these lights being lit up inside of ourselves, many are feeling very overwhelmed. There's a lot, with anxiety and stress, but this isn't to go in and do escapism. That's not what it's where you go in and say, okay, what can I do? What can I bring forth to help me? What do I need to help me? And that could be that I need to get some GABA, I need to get some melatonin, I need to look at some L-theanine, or I need some ashwagandha or holy basil, and I need to bring in this soothing energy, this soothing. And blue vervain is coming in very strongly, because I see the little flowers, the blue flowers. So blue vervain is coming in, and passion flower, ooh, and this is where it's like saying, here we have this is going to help you, like to brew up your tea. This is where that simmering and bringing in that passion comes in, because when you have a passion, when you have a love for something, it kind of oozes out of you. Right? It just comes out. This is what you love. This is, as soon as somebody mentions astrology to me, it's just like, I just go off, and they're like, oh my God, what does that all mean? That's just so much. But there's a passion. It's like finding somebody who is very passionate about cooking, and you start talking to them. Oh, this is I love this saffron, and I love this. So they start talking about all these beautiful spices and all this beautiful, yumminess of it, right? And that's the whole thing, is like this energy saying, we want you to come into this yumminess. We want you to come in, because this is brewing. And it's brewing up, and as we are moving into, this is Thursday, and we're going to moving into Friday and Saturday and Sunday, we're coming into some real intense energy that is getting us to step into that passion. Many people are afraid of their passion, afraid of that feeling, that intensity. Like if any. It's a Latino, a Latin American man, okay, or even a woman. They're oozing. They touch you. They go, come here. Let me hug you. Let me, that feeling. And sometimes we're like, whoa, okay, hang on, I like 6. I like the 2-meter thing, But it's all about that. Come in, eat this food. Let us gather. That's for this intensity. And right now there's no fire until that full moon. Because when that fire starts, when that fire ignites, when that full moon comes in, whoo! This is where I keep on seeing a fireball going out. I just see fireballs going out. So igniting. And it's like, whoa, that's just crazy intensity. And this is where it's like, okay, we don't want you to go into panic. We don't want you to go into where you're just like pulling your hair out and you're just freaking out over shit. We want you to go in and say, whoa, okay, my passion. I love to, I'm really good at feeding my family. What are the things that I need to feed my family? I'm really good at crocheting and knitting. What can who needs a blanket? I'm good at quilting. Who needs something? This is where we come together. This is a gathering. This is where we begin to gather. This is where we begin to come forth. Because we know when all of this is unfolding, when all of this is coming in, and information is starting to come out and come out and come out, even within our own lives, the truths that start to come out, we know that it's like, whoa, okay, yeah, I got shit to clean up here. This is where, yeah, there's some harshness with all of this, but here's this yumminess that's coming in, this juicy, scrumptious, liberating energy that's coming forth for us that says, yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be harsh. But look at, we're forming these bonds. We're forming this energy. We are creating all of these different substances to come together. And that's where we're moving into. Even through all of the crazy, the mandates, the elixir, the viruses, all of that's coming in, all of that's coming forth is getting us to look at things and say, that's very interesting. I don't know if I'm going to dip my toe into that pool. Oh, there's information over here. Oh, we got this gathering. But it's coming together with love. It's coming together with an understanding. Right? This is where it is. It's coming together. Now, there's been some horrific things that have come in over the last while, which really need to be. This is where it's like, ooh, I see what's happening over there. I can't participate in it, or I can't be a part of it. But I can ho'oponopono. I can send it love. I'm going to send it love. I'm going to keep I'm going to keep them in my prayers. I'm going to keep them, in that light and continue that light. Some people are blind to the truth and will just, they will. But that's okay, Jan. That's okay. That's the whole thing about this, is that some people are. But that's all part of the scenario. That's all part of it. Not everybody is going, really, less than, not even 5% are awake. And maybe that's a generous number. Maybe 10. I don't know. But they're not. Many are conditioned to believe in a certain way, or this is what they know. And the fear, that fright and flight energy is so within them. All we can do is see them for who they are and love them. It's frustrating. It's upsetting. We want to shake them and say, wake up, do it this way. But if someone came to you and said, wake up, do it this way, whoa, resistance comes in. But this is really changing our thinking. This is really changing how we see things. And the most challenging of this all is family. Family is your karmic teacher. Your family is your karmic teacher, right? Your family, what your family has, the relationships and the integration of your family, the one that you chose to come into, is your greatest teacher. All of the dysfunctions from it is here for you to come in and come into an unconditional place of forgiveness and love to bring in the transformation. There is some, I'm not, but you guys know me. I don't come in with rose-colored glasses. I'm not that type of person. Never have been. But I do come in with a place of trying to understand what it is that's being unfolded. And when I look to the astrology and they're showing, and I've followed this, and what I've said so far with all of the astrologies, right down to the earth shaking, and someone, wrote, Japan had one, and, and I knew that the earthquakes were, a couple earthquakes outside of Hawaii. All of this, the earth is shaking. More volcanoes will erupt. It's all a part of the change. It's all about the transformation. And yeah, it's crazy when the earth below you is shaking and things, the mountains are spewing. It it's like, what the fuck? But that's okay. I know the plates need to shift. I know the anger has to come out. I know with all of that comes new land, new birthing, new ways. And cannot judge. That's the place coming. We cannot judge. And that's the hardest thing. Like, that's so hard. That's so hard to do. I know for me it is. I'm a Scorpio. Sometimes it's very hard because I just like, what the fuck? You know, same with what Jen was saying, you know, yeah, like, have you not looked into this? Why aren't you talking about it? Why aren't you questioning? You know, it's like, okay, you know what? I see it. I understand it. I'm going to send you love. We are in the zodiac, the last phases, right? We are in the waning energy of the zodiac, of the wheel of the year. We are in the waning energy. We are in this energy of going internal. We're coming into that darkness. And we won't be coming into the light until the winter solstice, until that light begins to change 4 days after, 5 days after the winter solstice, 4 days after, which is Christmas Day. That light begins to change. That light begins to come out. But through all of that, right up to Christmas Day and on Christmas Day, there's some gnarly energy coming in that is awakening us, getting us to move, getting us to see. But not all will see, not all will believe until the craziness. And that's the thing. It has to get crazy. It has to get to a point where, oh my God, you mean I can't buy bottled water right now? Which is crazy. Why the fuck are we buying bottled water in Canada? But anyways, some places I understand. But this is where it's like, oh, okay. Things are, there is a craziness. Or when people go to buy their Christmas presents and they can't get it, or Amazon can't deliver. It's like, oh, what's going on? Hang on, let me see what Mama's doing. What's Mama G up to? Holy shit, she's been talking about this for a long time. Oh my God, I guess maybe I got to start listening. But that's the thing. It takes time. Takes time. Remember, we're just babies. We're just these little babies that have just stepped into, and even with babies, babies don't develop the same. I in hockey, it was when my sons played hockey, and throughout you'd see, some kids are really short, some kids sprouted up, all of this, they're all at different growth rates, right? And then all of a sudden you see them as a young man years later and you're just like, oh my God, you were so short and now you're 6'2". Like, whoa. It's those different growth rates that we all have. Not everybody does it the same. And this is what's going on. It's like some people are getting it and they're just like, yeah, we're going, we got it, we're moving. Others are like, oh my God, look at what's happening. I can't deal with this anymore. And we can live without gifts. We need food. People will be I hawk when they can't get the food they need. Well, that's when we come together with unity, right? That's when we got to come together with community. Because there are going to be people that won't be able to get food. There are going to be people that are going to be left out in the cold. There are going to be people that, hey, I didn't have the money. I didn't have the money. I couldn't do that. Right? I couldn't buy an extra blanket. Okay, here you go. Or I couldn't, you know what? I don't, my stove's out. The electricity's out for a while. Okay, here you go. I got candles. I got an extra camp light. This is what forms community. This is what forms where we all of a sudden we come together in different ways. God has a plan. And sometimes it's a plan that says, you know what, we need, and even I'm going to go back, okay, I'm going to put God up here, but I'm going to bring in my dad. And I often asked my dad, and I'm just like, cause I'd get so frustrated. I'd say, Dad, why do people why do people have cancer? And he goes, that's a good question, Mary. He goes, I don't have the answer for you, but what I do know is that person who has cancer, you don't know who they have touched. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, he goes, that person with cancer has brought in a beautiful doctor, has brought in a nurse, has brought in other people around them to come together. And their energy may have done something beautiful for somebody else, but we don't know. So there are reasons why different people take different roles, or why they're going to be in shock. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be in shock. The food banks, there's going to be a lot of people standing up in the food banks. And just think, it just might be, it might be me, it might be you, it might be somebody else, because they just didn't have the money, or something went crazy in their life and they just couldn't do it. And that's where we send in the blessings, and we send in the ho'oponopono and say, you know what, it's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. We got your back. That's where this energy is coming in. It's coming in for us to see things, and maybe even see a thing like, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, who decided to come together and say, you know what, we're not going to stand for this. We're going to try and make some big changes here. Maybe it's going to come together that's like, why are people paying for fucking water? No. We're going to make sure that they have the water. We're going to make sure that they have what they need. This goes beyond politicians or government or anything else. It is the grassroots of the people coming together. That's where the energies are, saying, come together. Now I've got the Beatles in my head. Come together right now. Da, da, So this is, and Orpheus is very strong in the heavens right now too. So bringing in that music, bringing in that energy, and put on the songs that bring out passion in you. Put on the songs that brings in and helps you to have clarity. There's a lot. But yeah, will there be food shortages? Yes, there will be food shortages. I've said that for the last year and a half. Will there be more lockdowns? Yeah, there will be, but they're going to be very interesting in how they're going to do them, and how they want to bring in the segregation. And I just got a notification about Pastor Arthur, who had to go to court yesterday. He's a pastor here in Calgary. And I've seen him, when I've gone downtown on a Saturday afternoon or even a Sunday, and he's out there feeding the homeless down there by the LRT across from City Hall. And he's been a very outspoken man to this whole thing, and now has come up on charges for it. And I mean, he's spoken up, and now it's like being pushed to say things and to renounce everything that he has said. And this is a man of faith, to say, I need you to renounce your faith. I need you to renounce what you've said and come in line with the government, with it, and go along with the government and what they say, and this is where it's like, wow, okay, we got to send some love there. This is when magic happens. When people gather and we start saying, doing the Ho'oponopono. This is when they gathered with the Kona power to bring in the changes and the transformation. This is when, and it's usually just small groups of people that come together, and the power of two or more. The power of two or more is igniting. When you get two or more coming together to do a ritual or do a spell or do prayers, there is so much power there. And it could be, you could just, when I've done prayer chains and stuff and got people to start praying, and you don't have to be in the same room. You just have to say, at 2:00 we're doing this, and okay, so everybody at 2:00 is thinking about that person, is sending love to that person, and sending prayers to that person. They've even done crazy studies on it to see when this happens, and measuring the energies within the room and stuff, and if they change. And they've noticed that they have changed. They've done that, and there's a name for it. When people gather and they do these, do prayers to bring in changes, and it's amazing. It's amazing the power of people and the power of the mind, the power of your energy as you gather. Even you can be in Paris and I'm here in Calgary, and we can have a prayer time that can be so powerful and transformational for people, but it's just allowing it to go out. And that's where we're pushing, because that full moon on the 20th, we're going to have 6 out of the 6 planets. We're only going to have 2 left going retrograde. So we're going to have this forward motion. A moon comes in opposite full moon in Aries, not only opposite the sun, but it's going to be opposite Mars. So this is going to bring in this igniting of change that is going to really start to crack and start to shatter more of what's already been shattered. More truths coming out, more of, the stock market. And we're going to be seeing crazy things happening with money. And we're going to see crazy things that are going to be happening with Bitcoin and all of that. And this is where you have to do your due diligence and look into things, right? And this is what needs to be done, right? So let's stand into this, and let's come forward with our truth and with our love and our transformation. And it's going to take time. It's not going to happen right away. You're going to have pissy moments. You're going to feel like you're going to get, okay, well, we'll go into the other part. You're going to get angry. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to get feeling like, what the fuck? Okay, those are going to come up. Feel them, address them. Don't push them down. But you're also going to be feeling joy. You're going to be feeling bliss. You're going to be feeling love. And you're going to be feeling a transformation. So it's like, you know what? When we get a little extra money, we're going to be buying a little stove, a little camping stove. I keep on thinking, I need a camping stove. Don't know why. I'm going to get a camping stove. So we're going to buy a little camping stove, with little butane things, and have a couple of them on the side just in case. So we're going to have that. Already stocked up on food. Got food. My next thing is I got to stock up on hydroperoxide and some, alcohol. Not, I already got the wine, but not necessarily that kind of, but for alcohol, and more band-aids and bandages, and making sure I have things like Tylenol and Advil on hand, along with all my essential oils. So little things like that, in case somebody gets burned, you get a cut, you can't get to the hospital right away, those little butterfly band-aids. So, start stocking up on little things like that. That's going to be really helpful. And especially with, we got, with Mercury stationary going direct, Jupiter going stationary going direct, Pluto starting to go forward. Saturn starting to go forward. It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, that's shaking things up. That's moving things forward, you know? And it's through all of that, it's going to, yeah. There's going to be a lot of people awakening. There's going to be a lot of people freaking out. You know, and as we go into the new year, not every planet is going to be direct this year. So that's the other thing. We're not going into the new year with, oh, everything going forward. No, we're going in with, what the hell? What's going on? And so this is where we're still in some crazy times, and we're in this, and I'll let you guys know we're in this at least. You know, I heard one when I got 2025, someone said 2024, and I got no, 2025 at least. You know, that we're in this partial, you know, for us to get into and going into our different chapters of our book. So we're still in it for some time. And I've heard some economists say 2030, and that's with economists. So they're looking at like, well, you know, for us to rebuild our economy, to rebuild everything, they're looking at 2030. So that's 8 years. 8 years. And, you know, where other predictions have come by 2035, a lot of people will no longer be in the city. They're going to be out on farms or in group living or making their own little hamlets. So that's what by 2035 they're saying people will be. So that'll be interesting. You know, forming their own groups, their own resources, their own trading, and working that way and doing that. So big changes, and it's kind of cool. Like, it's really cool that we're seeing this new world unfold. We signed up for this, to watch this new world unfold and to help and to be that light and to be that, you know, to be that transformation. So my way of helping is not only being here, but I'm a psychic medium. I do readings. I do astrology. So I have my mini readings. My mini moon readings are on sale right now, where they'll, you know, if you bought them, like if you buy a reading every 2 weeks, a mini one, by the end of the year, it could cost you up to $150. I'm giving it to you for $100 so that you will get 6 readings approximately every 2 weeks until around Christmas or the end of the year, that you will be getting a reading from me, a little one in your mailbox, right? And says, hi, I'm here. And if anybody's, sometimes I just ramble on. So you get a video of me rambling on, giving you some information and a reading. And so I want to, you know, I want to help people more and do that. Mini readings are fabulous. I love doing mini readings because they're straight to the point. Here you go. Of course, I love doing hour readings as well. But, you know, giving you a little, like, this is what's going on for the next 2 weeks. You can handle that. It's easy to handle a 2-week period than to handle, like, oh my God, what do you mean? In 6 months? A year. And you're freaking out down the road. It's like little 2 weeks, and you're just like, oh, okay, I can see how that's playing out. Okay. It gives you that little guidance, that little road map to carry on and to work through. So you have that. So if you know, just let me know. We'll sign you up, and get going on it. So you guys, I'm going to send you so much love, and go out. Have a fabulous day. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Keep your cauldron burning. And just keep stepping forward and trust in whatever decisions or whatever is coming forward. You got to trust in God. And if you're needing a 30-minute reading or something, let me know, because I do 30-minute readings as well. And if you need to talk something out, so, or if you want to sign up for coaching classes, I do that too. Woohoo! So have a blessed one, everybody, and shine bright. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.